Time for futures in focus now. WTI slightly higher. It's above $52 a barrel. Gold extending its drop from a 3-week high. Joining us now from the CME to talk it all is Ira Epstein, president of the Ira Epstein division of Linn and Associates. Ira, let's talk a little bit about oil first. How much are traders closely watching the conflict in Iraq and in the Kurdish areas? Will that really dictate the price of WTI in the coming months?
Well, it's important because those are supply factors that we're watching. Obviously, let's assume that first the president decides to put more sanctions on Iran. As long as he stays away from the National Guard, the Revolutionary Army, let's call it, not being a terrorist organization, I think he can get away with those. If he puts too many sanctions on, the question is, do our allies join in, and what does Iran do about it? So that's a supply issue. In the Kurd area of Iraq, now the question is, we've heard that the Iraqi army said they've taken it back and that production is back to normal. I don't know how much of that is, if you will, fluff or reality. We have to see that. At the same time, they said that, and I'm talking the Iraqis, that they want to increase production up to 1 million barrels a day in that region and build a refinery. So those are things in the future, but you've got to watch what that is. Vonnie, I think the big issue for crude is why be short going into the Chinese party conference, which begins tomorrow. We don't know how long it'll last. We know that China's got grandeur ideas about oil. They're a big user. Are they going to buy part of Saudi Aramco? These are all questions that are up in the air. None of that is really bearish for crude at this point.
Wouldn't the China Party Congress, which goes to about the 24th, 25th of October, wouldn't that have more of an impact on something like gold, for example, Ira?
It depends. What if they say they want to grow the economy even more? So it's not about inflation, I think, at this point, which would be gold. It would be more about what do they want to do to grow themselves. We're watching right now, for example, copper, which has taken off in price because infrastructure spending is so grand there. And as they keep doing that, don't they need oil and other products? Saudi Aramco has just what? They said they may shelf their going public and instead sell to a Chinese investor who says it's not the Chinese government.